the seats, as you would walk up and down the aisles, the very back of the theater, it would elevate. So you would have to kind of walk up this ramp a little bit to wherever you wanted a seat. But I remember Vestal, and this I had sight back at the time, but I remember her. She had the microphone in her hand. She came down off of that stage. She was walking up and down the aisles of that theater singing "God Walks the Dark Hills." I can remember that just like it was yesterday.
Yeah, yeah. I'll tell you, we're going to be playing one here by the McCameys, but Peg McCamey. She didn't. I don't think she got off the stage, but she may have at some places. But whenever I've seen her, she just kicks off those shoes and starts shouting.
That is right. That's right.
The crowd goes crazy when she kicks those shoes off, and
that's right. That's right.
Yeah. So, folks, if you go to a concert, go to their table that they have usually their product setting on. Go up and meet them and talk to them. They're very personable, as I said, and get to know them, and you'll appreciate the group even more after you get to talk to them and just spend a few minutes with them. So, and this really doesn't sound like a family group, but it is Karen Peck and New River.
Yeah, Karen Peck and New River. And Denny, you mentioned the McCameys. The McCameys, we're going to play a song by them following this song here by Karen Peck and New River. Both Karen Peck and New River and the McCameys have the most number one songs than any other groups in Southern gospel music.
Wow.
They are tied currently with the most number one songs. And I find that so very interesting.
Yeah, it is. You say they have the most number one song. You would think maybe the Cathedrals or Gold City or somebody like that would have, quite a few. And they probably do have quite a few, but it's just amazing that Karen Peck is up there with those groups,
Yeah, yep, I know. I agree.
Yeah.
Here they are to sing for us. God's got a blessing.
With your name on it, God's got a lot of great things in store. Wait and see how your testimony is. We serve a good, good Lord. Yeah, we serve a good, good Lord. God's got a blessing with your name on it. God's got a lot of great things in store. Wait and see how your testimony is. We serve a good, good Lord. Yeah, we serve a good, good Lord. Future bright with hope. He will pour his favor on you till your cup is filled and overflow. God's got a blessing with your name on it. God's got a lot of great things in store. Wait and see how your testimony is. We serve a good, good Lord. Yeah, we serve a good, good Lord. Every gift that's good and perfect comes from God above. There are plans to make you prosper from a Father's heart of perfect love. God's got a blessing with your name on it. God's got a lot of great things in store. Wait and see how your testimony is. We serve a good, good Lord. Yeah, we serve a good, good Lord. God's got a blessing with your name on it. God's got a lot of great things in store. Wait and see how your testimony is. We serve a good, good Lord. Yeah, we serve a good, good Lord. Yeah. God's got a blessing with your name on it. God's got a lot of great things in store. Wait and see how your testimony is. We serve a good, good Lord. Yeah, we serve a good, good Lord. Wait and see how your testimony is. We serve a good, good Lord. Yeah, we serve a good, good Lord. Yeah, we serve a good, good Lord.
Karen Peckanu River with God's Got a Blessing.
Got a blessing for you. He got the blessing with your name on it, Chip.
Isn't that exciting? Oh, yes.
And don't forget my name, God. Denny Huff. I need a blessing. Well, he's blessed me. I mean, he really has. So much. He really has. But I can always take another one, you know?
Yeah.
And, you know, I miss this next group. We talked about them earlier. But being on the road as much as they were, and any group, actually, it's just grueling to be going from place to place, traveling on a bus, and just and I can't blame them for you know, retiring, getting off the road, enjoying their family. And one thing I really appreciated, the McCameys, who are next, one thing I really appreciated about them is they were always home for their own church on Sundays.
Yes, they were. That is true.
That is really good. That shows you that they believe in the local church, and that that's where they get fed. And folks, I hope that you have a church that you go to each Sunday, and get your feeding, get fed there at your local church, and just make sure you go. We go. We have services. I don't think a lot of churches have services on Sunday night and Wednesday night anymore, but we do.
You're right.
I think you do too, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyway, here are the McCameys.
From Madison, Kentucky, consisting of Cheryl Ferris, who's the lead on this song, along with the rest of the McCameys, Reuben, Peg, and Connie, to sing Living for Eternity.
In the rat race world we're living in these last days, we've fallen in love with ourselves and lost our way. Where up is down and right is wrong and darkness prevails, but I'm living for a kingdom that will never fail. I'm living for eternity, laying up treasures in my heavenly home, setting my mind on things above and not here below. I'm living for the moment when all nations bow before our Savior's throne. Oh, who will come and go with me, living for eternity. In a different kingdom that may seem far away, where the love of God grows deeper day by day, when in my heart the one true God is seated on the throne. I'm living for a kingdom that is not my own. I'm living for eternity, laying up treasures in my heavenly home, setting my mind on things above and not here below. I'm living for the moment when all nations bow before our Savior's throne. Oh, who will come and go with me? I'm living for eternity, laying up treasures in my heavenly home, setting my mind on things above and not here below. I'm living for the moment when all nations bow before our Savior's throne. Oh, who will come and go with me, living for eternity. Oh, who will come and go with me, living for eternity. Gospel Jubilee.
Here's the Reggie Sadler family
with The Real Thing.
I've got it, I've got it. I've got the real thing, Jesus in my life.
Listen, I've got me a brand new walk, even changed the way that I talk.
I've been sanctified and set aside.
I've got it.
Jesus in my life.
happy as a little child. I've got it.
Jesus in my life.
And first thing in the morning,
First thing in the morning, I'm giving you praises, and all through the day. Saying how much I love you. There's no one above you. You are the Lord.
yeah.
Do you want a brand new
Do you want a brand new song?
Do you want to be sanctified and set aside?
And you need,
Jesus in your life.
and first thing in your morning,
First thing in the morning, I'm giving you praises, and all through the day.
saying just how much.
Saying how much I love you. There's no one above you. You are the Lord. I've got it, I've got it,
A brand new wall.
I've got it,
I've got a brand new dawn. I'm as happy as
I've got it.
a little child. I've got,
Jesus in my life.
I've got the real thing.
Jesus in my life.
I've got it. I've
I've
got it.
I've got it.
A brand new wall.
I've got
Even
it.
since the way I talk, I'm as happy as
I've got it.
a little child. I've got Jesus.
Jesus in my life.
Yes, it's the real thing.
Jesus in my life.
Got it. I've got it. I've got it.
Jesus in my life.
I've got Jesus.
Jesus in my life.
And that's the real thing.
The Reggie Sadler family with The Real Thing. And they're not talking about Coke.
Well, Denny, I remember several years ago when I first heard the Reggie Sadler family. They were on stage at the National Quartet Convention, and they brought the house down on that song, "The
Did
Real
they?
Thing." People
Yeah.
fell in love with them.
Yeah, I can understand why. Sure can. Well, we've got a few more family groups to get in here. We played this one last week as a trio and this week as a family group, the Sunday Drive.
To sing for us in this world today.
Turned on the radio, heard a happy song. It took me to a place in life, a place that I call home. The sound of children playing, excitement in the air. Family round the table with lots of love to share. She was a queen of the kitchen with dumplings on the stove. After church on Sunday, to Grandma's we would go. She was so happy with her family gathered round. We would pray, eat, laugh and smile at Grandma's house. Home, take me back home, where there are no worries and our troubles are gone. Neighbors speak to neighbors with a smile and a wave. There's not much time for a place like that in this world today. Now the hustle and bustle goes on and on.